It's been almost a 2-year process. The bill as signed does set a national standard. It ends money bail, period, full stop, end of story. No other state has done that. It's one of the most transformational criminal justice reforms in the state and the nation in years. And so obviously when you have something that big, that transformational, that paradigm shifting, it's not always easy to get there. This has been no exception. We're almost 2 years in the making. We announced this bill about 20 months ago, and there were mirror image bills. I had AB 42, Senator Bob Hertzberg, my partner, along the way, had SB 10, and AB 42 failed on the Assembly floor last year. And so, we had to reassess and reevaluate and sit down again with stakeholders, roll up our sleeves, and make improvements to the bill, strengthen the bill. It actually became stronger in that it now fully abolishes money bail. And make some other changes, including working with judges and their judicial report that they released that helped inform some of our changes. So it was a long process. It's been hard. I mean, the money bail industry pushed hard against. A lot of other folks were resistant as well, and we got it off the floor with 42 votes the second time around. So we're excited about that. Excited, honored, thrilled. Just really, really happy about today. Today's a good day for California. California became more fair and more just and more safe today because of the signing of SB 10 bail reform. Right now we have a fundamentally broken, unsafe, unfair, unjust system that punishes poor people for being poor, in which the jailhouse door swings open and closed based on how much money you have on your pocket. It judges people and gives them liberty based on the size of their wallet, not the size of their risk. It's basically freedom and liberty are pay to play, and that's wrong. We've ended that. We've changed it. We've had now our new system will treat individuals as individuals and make judgments and determinations based on their risk to the public or risk of flight. And that's the right thing to do. That's the fair thing to do. That's the safe thing to do. And the governor agreed. When you make any change that's this big and you do it in one step, it's hard to get it exactly right without unintended consequences, without some things that need changes and need amendments. So this is an ongoing process. I'll be in the Assembly, hopefully, if the voters keep sending me back for another 6 years. Senator Hertzberg, a similar amount. We're totally, fully committed to making sure that this gets implemented right, that it honors its mission and its intent and its promise. And we'll be looking at it every year. Data will be sent back to the legislature that we can evaluate to make sure that it's being implemented the way it should. And where there are opportunities for change and improvement, we'll seize those and make sure we get it done right. Whenever there's a human element, and judges play a critical role in our constitutional structure, they're supposed to be impartial arbiters and deliverers of justice, but they are also human beings. And whenever there's human beings involved, there's imperfection. Whenever there's human beings involved, there's a possibility of bias. So we're looking at the possibility of bias. And we want to make sure that the data that we get back shows no bias. And if there is, then we're going to have to take steps to fix it. So we're looking at that, making sure that the guardrails and the standards around the judicial discretion that's in the bill are appropriate, and that they direct judges and confine them in spaces where they should be acting and not allowing them to move beyond that capacity. So judicial discretion is something we're keeping an eye on. Bias is something that we're keeping an eye on. We want to look at the impact on racial groups and ethnic groups. We want to look at how many detentions there are. But the key is detentions and those who are released. It will no longer be based on money anymore, because that is wrong. It'll be based on an individual's full set of circumstances, their risk to the public, their risk of flight, and that's the right thing to do. That's the better thing to do. This is a much more just, more safe approach.
Percent renewable, and that was several years ago. So that's sailed. I get it, and I can live with that. I grew up in Southern California. I experienced the poor air quality, the clean air of Northern California. Well, that clean air in Northern California right now is pretty awful. We've been stuck in smoke for the last 30+ days. Ask for you to really consider going forward that we invest in the things that we know are going to help. Really.
Comments from our Republican colleagues addressing control. I'm just as concerned about anyone about addressing these raging California fires. Many of you know that I have stand proudly today as a co-author of this bill, SB 100.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, a large piece of this puzzle that you all are trying to solve, that we are trying to solve, is
On the dollar compared to what we spend on a lot of other things to help improve forest health and our land management.
very long. They jail pro-democracy activists. They force gay men to undergo conversion therapy against their will. There was just a case last year involving this. They speak